Now on CoastTV News.
Beach bacteria warning.
That is a bummer.
The cause of swim advisories across Sussex County.
Clean up after your dog.
I've gotten multiple complaints this summer.
What's at stake for dog lovers if rules keep getting ignored in Dewey Beach?
Rental rules rejected.
Bit of relief for sure.
Voters shut down new limits on short-term rentals in Ocean City.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Water, some beachgoers staying on the sand in Lewes. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 6. We begin tonight with bacteria at the beach.
These swimming advisories were posted at Herring Point near Cape Henlopen State Park and in Lewes Beach today. And Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Lewes. Emma, Lewes Beach Patrol tells you this is an elevated safety risk.
Maddie, we're here at Lewes Beach where that swimming advisory was lifted about 2 hours ago around 4 o'clock. But over at Herring Point Beach, DNREC has actually extended that swimming advisory until tomorrow. Lewes Beach Patrol tells us that bacteria in the water can be bad for your health. That refreshing dip in the water is what brings a lot of people to the coast. But bacteria can be a real barrier. Tuesday night, DNREC issued a swimming advisory, and that lasted on into Wednesday. For a lot of people, that's all the warning they need to stay out of the water. This map shows the locations affected by this advisory: Herring Point Beach at Cape Henlopen State Park and Lewes Beach North. Meanwhile, earlier this month, Rehoboth Beach faced a similar 24-hour swim advisory. Sunseeker Michelle Harper playing it safe Wednesday. For her granddaughter, it was more of a digging holes in the sand kind of day rather than playing in the water.
Just coming to the beach and seeing there weren't many people in the water and then seeing the signs and stuff. So yeah, and it was a bummer because we're here to swim and she loves to get in the water and now we kind of can't.
DNREC and Lewes Beach Patrol tell us water testing showed high levels of fecal indicator bacteria, which can come from various natural and human sources like pet waste, trash, and boats, with heavy rain and storm water also playing a part. Lewes Beach Patrol Captain Strom Edwards says this can be dangerous.
It can be detrimental to your health, especially for small children, people over 65, elderly people that have compromised immune systems. You know, if you have an open cut, if you were running and you scraped your knee, you shouldn't get in the water.
But to be clear, the advisory is not mandatory. You can see plenty of people here with no fear of the water. DNREC and Beach Patrol say they want to educate so the public can make informed choices.
We have our QR codes here in English and Spanish.
Because even paradise comes with fine print, and sometimes it's in the water. DNREC says for everyone's safety, they do monitor Delaware's most popular beaches for indicator bacteria throughout the summer months. Reporting live here in Lewes, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Emma mentioned this happened in Rehoboth Beach in the 4th of July holiday, so let's give you more details on that. That was specifically in the beach area right off Rehoboth Avenue, where the testing showed that those fecal bacteria counts exceeded recreational standards by quite a lot. The advisory did lift, but DNREC also noted, just like Emma mentioned, a lot of that bacteria can be linked to heavy rainfall.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, do bacteria advisories, do they change your plans at the beach?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. A little bit of change. 68% say they don't go to the beach when that happens. 25% say they still go but don't swim, and 7% say there's no change really.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at coasttv.com or leave us a comment. You could also use our mobile app. We'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11. After months of back and forth, Ocean City voters decided to throw away the new ordinance that would have added minimum length of stays for short-term rentals in residential areas and mobile homes. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay is live in Ocean City. Kevin, this brings an end for now to a long saga over a controversial ordinance.
Charlie, we are at the Ocean City Convention Center, a place that had over 1,600 people walk through these doors on Tuesday to cast their vote. And those rules for short-term rentals were overturned by this special election. But those voters may have to rally back to the polls in the future. The ordinance would have added a minimum length of stay for short-term rentals in residential areas and mobile home districts shown here on this map, mandating a 5-day minimum length of stay immediately, and that minimum would have been bumped up to 31 days by 2027. But those rules are now gone. 800 people voted for those rules, while 834 people voted against it. The Ocean City Council will now have to propose a new ordinance if they want to regulate these short-term rentals. And one realtor hopes they talk to everyone before they make a decision.
I think that would be much better. I would like the city to do something like that. Get other parts of this industry involved and not just make action.
Now, according to the Ocean City Council, they have yet to discuss a new ordinance that would regulate these short-term rentals in residential areas and mobile homes. I'm Kevin Zappé, live in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Ocean City as we turn it over to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And right now we're staying very clear. This is another one of those cooperative, beautiful, cool, sunny days. And I don't think we're gonna squeak out a regular summer day tomorrow, but then we have another day following on Friday. We're under a heat advisory. Ocean City right now, beautiful skyline, tranquil conditions with the water, 78 degrees, winds at about 8 miles per hour. We're going to dive down to about 75 degrees as early as 9 o'clock under mostly clear skies. Taking a look at Gateway Subaru camera, we're at 78 degrees there, and we're at 79 in Long Neck, 79 also in Gumboro, and 79 currently in Del Mar. Dew point temperatures in the 60s, which is really where they should be for this time of the year, but that's going to start escalating because take a look. Our muggy meter starts climbing to very humid Friday, and then miserable Saturday going into Sunday. Yeah, we're going back to that level. The heat advisory kicks in Friday morning, will expire by Friday evening at 8 o'clock. Don't be surprised if it extends beyond that. We're staying clear for right now, high pressure and control of our weather. So the storyline is this: Thursday, sunshine, Friday, hot, sweltering heat returns. It's going to feel like 110, possibly even 115 in some areas. Coming up, we'll talk more about just how warm it's going to be and where, and the next round of rain on the way, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. New tonight, a mishap at a Bethany Beach area facility is under investigation. Sussex County says treated effluent from the South Coastal Regional Wastewater Treatment Facility that was leaked, which is the area that you see on your screen now. The issue was reported to the DNREC folks after a small section of the treated effluent pipe was compromised on July 19th. According to the county, the effluent was discharging into a ditch near the Assawoman Canal. The county says there is no hazard present to the public or environment. Officials believe that less than 10% of the total discharge was diverted towards the canal. We have a full article on this story right now on CoastTV.com.
Plans for two major hotels in Rehoboth Beach are heading to a public hearing this week. The first of which is the Atlantic Crown Hotel, which would be built next to the Sands Hotel on Baltimore Avenue.
And also at that public hearing, continued discussions on the Belhaven Hotel will take place. That project is set to be built right on Rehoboth Avenue, fronting the boardwalk. The plans include 105 hotel rooms, an underground parking garage, ground level retail shops, and more. The city's planning commission will hold public hearings for both those hotel plans this Thursday at 1:30 p.m. at the Rehoboth Beach City Hall.
Early voting for District 20 special election, that's the seat that was vacated by Stell Parker Selby. Well, early voting starts tomorrow. It's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, then continues July 28th and 29th with the same hours. Early voting resumes July 30th through August 3rd. At that time, voting is 11 to 7. The actual special election is August 5th. Early voting can only take place, this is important, at Lewes Elementary or Mariner Middle School.
New at 6, a new bill would create a statewide public list of convicted animal abusers. This list will be overseen by the Office of Animal Welfare. Misdemeanor convictions would remain listed for 5 years, while felony convictions would remain for 15 years. The bill's sponsor says this will help shelters easily identify these offenders in case they try to adopt another animal. The bill also prohibits shelters from approving adoptions to anybody who may be on the list. The bill awaits a signature from the governor to become law. And for what exactly the database will entail, head to CoastTV.com for our full article.
Bethany Beach bikers, listen to this. The Bethany Beach Police Department, they're teaming up with DelDOT and Bethany's Pedestrian and Cycle Safety Committee for a safety checkpoint. So pedal on over to Wellington Parkway and South Pennsylvania Avenue Thursday, July 24th between 8 and 11. That's where you can get front and rear lights added to your bike. and we're just getting started this evening.
A chance to get the Mid-Atlantic Championship. Camden needs just one more win to get there. DSN has more.
Here's a quick look at your fair forecast for tonight. 7 o'clock, we're looking at about 78 degrees, 74 by 9 o'clock, 70 degrees by 11 o'clock, and we're talking about big time heat by Friday.
But first, dog waste in Dewey Beach causing complaints for the town. We're back in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Many of us along the coast love bringing our furry friends to enjoy the beaches, but there are rules in place for how to pick up after your pups and keep the beaches clean.
In Dewey Beach, the summertime, the town says that there's been an increase in people that are not picking up after their dogs.
Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson on this assignment in Dewey Beach. And Brandon, the town says it's actually a widespread problem.
Maddie and Charlie, Dewey Beach is one of the few towns here on the coast that allows dogs on the beach only before 9:30 in the morning and 5:30 here in the evening. And as you can see behind me, some pups enjoying the sand here in Dewey. But it's not, well, the town doesn't have a problem with the dogs, but some of the owners.
Dog waste being left on Dewey Beach is causing problems for the town.
After a while, if it's not good enough, we could lose that right to walk the dogs on the beach.
Dominic Senesin is visiting the town with his dog and says this shouldn't be a problem.
You know, got to take care of where you're staying, really. I mean, dog poop, your own garbage, everything. It's the garbage cans are there, the beach, they provide the bags for the dogs. What more do we need?
Town manager Bill Zalper says this problem ranges the entire beach in the town and not just one specific street.
We have an issue with dog waste on the beach. I've gotten multiple complaints this summer about dog waste from people just not picking it up when their dogs are running around on the beach.
If you're caught not picking up after your dog, it will cost you. For first-time offenders, it's a $95 fine, and every violation after is $200 each.
Dewey Beach officials say over 150,000 of these waste bags are purchased every year here in the town, and you can find them at every entrance to the beach here in Dewey.
Coast TV even had a chance to speak with a Dewey dog about this pressing issue.
Yoshi, how do you feel about owners not picking up after their dogs on the beach? How do you like Dewey Beach? Same.
The town says that all Dewey dog owners must buy a dog license for their four-legged friend online or at the town hall.
Zalper says that money from people purchasing Dewey dog license go directly towards the funding of Dewey dog bags, which the town has over 150,000 of them. Live in Dewey, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
Here's a look at your golf forecast. Listen, it's going to be a bit warmer this time around, but still looking pretty good. High of 88 degrees, an uptick in the humidity, so drink water. Weather for today, once again, we pulled a hat trick with this kind of beautiful, gorgeous weather, Monday, Tuesday, and today. But of course, it comes to an end by the time we get to Thursday, a typical summer day by then, but then a heat advisory then begins to kick in. In Lewes right now, 82 degrees. Winds at about 7 miles per hour. Not posing a problem tonight. We will still stay clear, really not an issue. We'll drop back to 74 degrees by 10 o'clock, relatively light winds. Here's where we stand right now. 80 degrees, not only in Millsboro, but Milford, Harrington, Bridgeville, Georgetown, and we're at 80 degrees right now in Laurel. Muggy meter, we're in the humid category for right now, but we'll escalate to very humid Friday and Saturday and become miserable by Saturday going into Sunday because the dew point temperature is going to skyrocket. And going into that time frame, we have a heat advisory that's going to activate quickly Friday morning, 10 o'clock, and then will expire by 8 o'clock. Live radar, we are clear for right now. Not really any kind of significant weather maker or changer in our immediate area. We have high pressure that's in place, but that simply opens the door for more sunshine. Breaking down our day part expectations for tomorrow, we're going to warm up a little more tomorrow, 87 degrees by 4 o'clock, and we should peak at about 88, which, by the way, is the norm for this time of the year. You see, we go into 3 o'clock, temperatures well into the 80s inland, 70s and 80s along the coast. Then for Friday, we're going to warm into the 90s. We'll settle back to the low 90s. By 7 o'clock, we may see a few sprinkles well to our north. That'll be getting out of the way quickly. But when you take a look at our futurecast, you'll notice that when we kind of go through this, we have the winds pushing out to the south, and you notice that we kind of turn over to a darker leaf here. That's dealing with that humidity that begins to kick in. Now, the humidity kicking in, we're going to feel like 96 on Thursday. We are going to crack triple digits by Friday with a high of 96, possibly feeling as warm as 117 in some areas. Other areas, triple digits as well, but I'm pretty sure we're going to look at intense heat in places like Del Mar, Salisbury, Berlin, and Selbyville, possibly that 117 by then. And then our rain chances escalate Friday, Saturday. So with that being in mind, here's a look at Sunday. We see those scattered showers pulling through quickly going to Sunday, then they break up for us. Finally, here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Rainy over the weekend, so enjoy the dry weather while it lasts.
Thank you, Paul. The Little League Softball Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament, that's happening this week. The Delmarva Sports Network in Bristol, covering Delaware's Camden, Wyoming squad. It is brought to you by Preston Automotive. We have live updates on Delmarva Sports Network, their app, website, and social media.
And an event unique to Delmarva quickly approaching, the 100th Chincoteague Pony Swim takes place July 30th. You can watch it live on DSN and DSN Plus. Coverage begins at 7.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, everybody? Camden, Wyoming is the last local team remaining in the Little League Mid-Atlantic Softball Regionals in Bristol, Connecticut. A chance to head to the Little League World Series is on the line. Camden, Wyoming continues to advance in the winners bracket. They are in action right now against Pennsylvania. If they lose, they have a chance to redeem themselves in the losers bracket. If they win, they will head to the championship game. We got a chance to hear from head coach Shawnee Benson on what they can take away from their win against New Jersey into their matchups going forward.
We never gave up. And that's what we continued to say in the dugout even when we were down. Like, you guys can do this. Lexi Carroll, my hype girl, was in there just talking consistently about what we can do. So I was super proud of them for pulling that out. No one gave up. They just kept hitting, kept going at it. Our message continues to be, why not us? We can do this. There is no one here that we can't compete with. I know that they can go in as long as they keep their momentum and their attitudes up and everything in check. We stand a great chance.
This game currently rounding up. We will have the update tonight on the final score at 10:30 p.m. to see if our local team continues to chase their dream. That's for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Here's something you don't see every day. It's Christmas in July. At least it was on Lewes Beach today. The holiday enthusiasts brought a tree and sand and lots of decor and snacks. Organizer Eliza McDonald says this is their 4th year celebrating Christmas in July, and anybody's welcome to join.
The goal for me with having this day is to bring joy to people, not just to the people that I invited, but to the beachgoers as well. We have a lot of people that come out of town, and when they come and they see the tree, they're already here on vacation and then they get excited.
McDonald says this year's theme is Our Life is a Movie, which means popcorn for everyone.
Well, I know you like the popcorn, Maddie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the big time. All right, so let's take a look at Milford. 79 degrees, actually. We'll drop back to 74 by 9 o'clock under mostly clear skies. Our umbrella winner, by the way, is Dorothy Kazla of Milton. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by the law office of Broxette, Mendelis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. 88 normal heat for tomorrow and heat advisory for Friday.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.